What is the best way to build your fantasy team in 2023? We'll discuss that and more on today's action-packed episode of Locked On Fantasy Baseball.
You are Locked On Fantasy Baseball, your daily fantasy baseball podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, fantasy baseball fanatics, and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Baseball podcast, brought to you by Locked On Sports Network, your team every day. As always, we're your number one source for fantasy baseball knowledge. Thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. I'm your host, Dominic Martino, here with my co-host, as always, Matthew Arne.
Yo.
You can find us on all social media platforms and podcasting apps. Just search for Locked On Fantasy Baseball, and we'll be there. Please like, subscribe, and comment, especially on YouTube. We love to talk fantasy baseball with you. So on today's episode, guys, we're doing a mock draft, and we're going to show you some of the best strategies to build your teams for the upcoming fantasy baseball season. And guys, you know, we're about 2 minutes off here from starting, so I'm just going to break down who's in here with us and, what picks we have. So first up, we have a fan here. We have Matthew. Thank you for joining us. Then we have Brett from Locked On Astros picking second. We have myself picking third. We have Matthew's brother-in-law, Trey, picking fourth. We have Jeff, who hosts Locked On Reds, picking fifth. We have our one of our biggest fans. Big shout out to Marlo. He's been here since the fantasy baseball MD days. He's picking sixth. We have another fan here, Sully, picking seventh. We have Ethan from Locked On Pirates picking eighth. We have another huge fan here, Jason. Have to have a big shout out to Jason. He got the Gilly Gillies team name going here, and he also has, which I found hilarious, as his logo, he put the Built Bar churro ones that I've been ranting about. So a big shout out to you, Jason. And last but certainly not least, my brother, partner in crime, Matt, is picking 10th. So guys, I mean, we're all excited, and Jason's already got the how you doing fantasy baseball fanatics going in the chat. Guys, we're excited, and thank you for everyone that's joined us. Matt, any thoughts here before we're about a minute and a half from starting up this mock draft?
Hi. I'm excited to show everybody what I do when I'm drafting on the turn. You know, the strategy that you can do. You got to just, play the numbers game, play the ADP game, and what's good about it too, though, is you can kind of, reach for certain guys if you think that's how the best way to build your team for your team construction. So, it's one of those things where I think it's going to be very beneficial to watch what I do on the turn so that you're prepared to draft from the turn when it's time for your drafts.
There we go, guys. We're about a minute away from starting up here. And one little news and note that I did want to point out, if you guys been listening, this is something I wanted to tell Matt before we started, but I guess Matt's going to find out now here with the rest of you guys. So, if you guys have been paying attention, listening to, Locked On Fantasy Baseball, one guy that Matt and I love is Vaughn Grissom from the Atlanta Braves. And apparently they're not going to let him get the starting job at shortstop unless he goes out there and has a monster spring training, which he's totally capable of. Looks like they're going to give it to Orlando Arcia for now and start Vaughn Grissom in AAA. Matt, any quick thoughts on Vaughn Grissom here before we get started?
I love the Gris. Gris is good. I don't think we're going to have an issue with him getting the sorry, that sound effects. I don't think that we're going to have an issue with him, pretty much making the team. I think that he's just going to rock everything and just kind of be like, boom, I'm here to go. I'm drafting him everywhere until I'm told otherwise not to.
Yeah, I hope so too. I just saw that little note there before we got started, and I was pretty upset. But hopefully our boy Vaughn Grissom does get that starting shortstop job because he is just an absolute beast.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, we're getting started up here. Looks like we have a few people that haven't showed up yet, so some of these picks might be auto-picked here. But we'll keep you updated. We'll keep you updated. Waiting on that first pick to come in. The draft has officially started. We're going to see where our first guy Matt goes.
What I like to do here, folks, is I like to I like to set up ADP. I don't like to look at Yahoo's rankings or any platforms rankings. I like sitting at a ADP. It looks like the first pick off the draft was Acuna, and then
Trey Turner. Looks like Trey Turner went second here.
yes,
It is
sir.
my turn. I'm up here, and I'm going to go with Mr. Julio Rodriguez. I want to see how it works out. I have a couple drafts upcoming where I have the first pick, and I think I'm going to take the Julio route. So I want to play it out here and see how that kind of goes.
Jose Ramirez, great pick there by Trey. So I guess I might as well just start talking about what I got coming up because I'm thinking about it right now. Who's going to be there on the turn, right? So I could see there's a possibility of maybe Soto or Vladdy, Freddie Freeman. Should I go pitcher bat, or should I just go bat pitcher? Thing is, I never like to go pitcher. That's just not my style. So
Yeah, especially not this year.
yeah. So right now I'm kind of just seeing what my options are right now. I'm really staring down Mr. Juan Soto. I hope he's going to fall to me. And if he does, I think I'm going to follow that up with a little Bobby Witt.
Ooh, like that. But real quick here, let me just read off some of these picks here. We got Aaron Judge went 5th, Mookie Betts went 6th, Kyle Tucker went 7th, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. went 8th, and Yordan Alvarez went 9th. And Matt, you're up on the board. Are you going to take your boy Juan Soto?
I think so. I think that Soto is an absolute steal at this point during the draft. And you know what? I'm really excited for him now. I mean, there's other names here like Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Corbin Burns, Garrett Cole, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, right? But here's the thing, though. I'm just really feeling it. Like, I have Manny rated higher, but I just love the 5-tool aspect of Bobby Witt. And I don't think I would draft Machado this high just based off of just my fandom. So I think I'm just going to hit Bobby and call it a day here.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry. I was just gonna say it's a great pick, especially because third base is thin.
Exactly. Like I got the two positions, two guys solid at two positions that are a little in the shallow as part of position of rankings right now. So I'm pretty hype about it. And not for nothing, if I was drafted from anywhere else, I wouldn't even have a shot at Machado or whatnot. I feel like Bobby's just going to blow up this week. I didn't have to pay a first round price for him, and I'm on the turn, so I have a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, Matt. I like what you did there. And then we got Jason. He paired Yordan Alvarez with Manny Machado. I like that. We got Ethan locked on Pirates. He pairs Vladimir Guerrero with Rafael Devers. Also a very, very solid move there. I'm not huge on Devers because of the counting stats, but I think he'll still have a great year. And Sully pairs Ohtani with Kyle Tucker. It's a very got a good amount of speed going on there. Like that. 15th goes Goldschmidt. So once again, Goldschmidt gets paired with our boy Marlowe. He pairs him with Mookie Betts. That's very solid.
Real
Matt,
quick,
go ahead, brother.
Tell me who you're looking at before we move on to something real quick.
Well, I will tell you this. I think I'm going to go Pete Alonso here because I like what he does at first base. First base is also thin. I like to get me one of those big four. So I'm going to take Pete Alonso with my second pick.
I bet. And before we move forward here, we have some great sponsors we want to talk about. Here at Locked On, we're super excited about our new sports betting partner, FanDuel. Download FanDuel now so you can place your bets on your favorite NBA team with a no sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. Man, betting on those 76ers has just been a dream. They've been rolling, and they've been great this season so far. So that's where I'm placing my bets. The FanDuel Sportsbook app is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Best of all, you get paid instantly. So join FanDuel now and at FanDuel.com/lockedon to claim your no-sweat first bet on your favorite NBA team. That's FanDuel.com/lockedon. Make every moment more with FanDuel. But let's get back in this. So, Dom, you picked your boy?
Yeah, I went with Pete Alonso. I just think it's like I said, I like to get me one of those top 4 first basemen because it really falls off after that. Unless you can get Vinny P a little bit later on. We all know we love Vinny P here, but I don't think Vinny P is going to do what Pete Alonso does. So that's I'm big on Pete Alonso this year. But let me catch you guys up. After I picked Pete Alonso at 18, Garrett Cole at 19, and Bo Bichette went 20. So, it's going pretty solid so far. I think it's pretty chalky. I haven't seen anybody reach yet. So I know I'm liking the way this draft's going. I think everyone's doing a great job. Matt, would you agree with that?
Yeah, so far so good. Also, too, now here's the thing: Dom has another pick coming up. So now that he said he's going Pete
I
Alonso,
do.
it kind of sees where like how the draft is going to play out, and what I got to do now is I got to start looking at other teams.
Oh, did they steal my pick? Oh, what a great pick by Matt. I was gonna take Tatis there, and now I need to rethink what I was doing. Matt went sniper mode on me here. So give me a second here. I need to rethink what I'm doing. Let's see. I do like Mike Trout, but I want to maybe get somebody with a little bit more steals. I might go Jose Altuve here, to be honest with you. I like the batting average. He's on a great team. Second base gets super thin. Or I might even reach. Do I reach for an Austin Riley, who I absolutely love? I think second base is a little bit thinner. So I'm going to try out going Jose Altuve here. And let's see how that works out for me. Yep, so I make the move. I go for Jose Altuve. I want to add a little bit more speed to my team after taking Pete Alonso. And like I said, second base is super thin this year. Matt, but who are you looking at on your as the draft comes back to you?
So right now I'm kind of deciding between, which pitcher I'm picking because now I have two solid bats, right? And I'm trying to pan out who do I think is going to be there. So I need at least one pitcher and I need one stud, right? Now, I feel great about my bats. So let's see. So there's some options here. Who's left on the board for me? Let's bring it in the starting pitchers right here. And I mean, on the board, you got Jacob deGrom, Spencer Strider, Max Scherzer, Aaron Nola, Verlander, McClanahan, and Dylan Cease, Urias, Woodruff, and Shane Bieber. These are all great names. So who do I think is going to fall to me right now? Looking at ADP, my pick's pick 30. So they're saying that Spencer Strider might fall to me. So would Max Scherzer. And then let me go over to my rankings real quick. So right now, my highest ranking available pitcher would be Max Scherzer. So if Max Scherzer is available, I'm probably going to go with Max Scherzer. I think that you can't go wrong with him. Great team. And, man, that's a weird picture of Matt Scherzer. See his eye?
Yeah, no. You didn't know that? He has two different color eyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he has two different color eyes.
Shows how often I know what these guys look like. I pay attention to what they look like. So that's pick one. So I'm probably going to, as long as he's here, it's Max Scherzer. If he drops off, my next guy is pretty much going to be Urias will be my next guy. So if somehow he gets picked, that's it. Looks like I'm getting him, but I'm going to take a minute too, because here's the other thing. You got to play the clock game because you got to pan out two picks at once. So now I also, on top of Scherzer, I got to figure out who I'm going to pick next. So let me just get this in. Boom. Let me go to all players. I'm back on the clock, right? Now, do I go another bat? Do I scoop up another pitcher? I don't think I need to since I just locked in Scherzer. So right now I'm going to look, see what I got here, right? Man, there's some options here. I'm loving this, but let's see real quick. We have, who's my favorite here? So, I mean, I can make Bobby Witt my shortstop right now.
Sure can.
And I can go Nolan Arenado.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's the move.
Little Nolan over my boy Austin Riley. I probably would have went Austin Riley, but I can't blame you there for Arenado. His monster year in with the St. Louis Cardinals this year. But let me just catch you up on all of the picks. Since I took Altuve, Matt's brother-in-law Trey went Mike Trout. Jeff took deGrom. Marlo, first relief pitcher off the board, I believe. He took Edwin Diaz. Sully takes Michael Harris at 27. Ethan from Locked On Pirates takes Luis Robert at 28. Our boy Jason takes Marcus Semien at 29. Matt went Max Scherzer and Nolan Arenado. Jason went JT Realmuto, first catcher off the board, at pick 32. And Ethan from Locked On Pirates took Francisco Lindor at 33. But I'll talk to you guys about what I'm planning to do here, just as Matt did. See, I'm more of the type, I would like to get 3 bats this year because starting pitcher is so deep, and we still have so many good starting pitchers left on the board. We have Nola, Verlander, McClanahan, Cease, Urias, Woodruff, Bieber, and Rodon, Ohtani. I think, hopefully, if I don't get sniped again here, by Trey, I think I'm going to take Brandon Woodruff. I think he's the most consistent, and he still has a lot of upside. He's a big strikeout guy. He always has a good ERA and a good whip. I just think he's very, very reliable, as to where you have Verlander, who's a little bit older. He's a beast, but, you never know when he's going to fall off the cliff. Aaron Nola is good, but once again, not always super consistent. McClanahan and Cease are young, and I'm not sure what I'm going to get with them. Julio Urias had a great year last year, but I believe he was a little bit short in the K department. So, I want to get, somebody who can get me that 200 strikeouts like Brandon Woodruff. And that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my boy Woody here.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
You didn't think I was going to go Woody?
I mean, you got Justin Verlander, McClanahan, you got Urias sitting on the board. I mean, you even got, Zach Wheeler still available, Christian Javier. It's funny where you decided to go, Brandon Woodruff. Like, I have Wheeler higher than him. I have McClanahan higher than him. I have Urias higher than him. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah. No, as I was talking through it, though, some of the consistency with Woody is what really drives me to like him. It just, you kind of basically know what you're going to get, as to where some Verlander's a little older. McClanahan and Cease have only really done it, one time. I just like the consistency here. So now it's back to me again, and I got to make a call here, and it's tough. Actually, I think I know what I want to do here. I think I'm going to go Eloy Jimenez, because outfield thins out so fast. I got a little bit of speed here. I got some pop with Pete Alonso, but let's get the Eloy with the batting average. The counting stats might not be fantastic, but I think I'm leaning Eloy right now, and especially since we don't have too much time here to, make the pick, I'm going to go Eloy Jimenez as my number 2 outfielder.
I hate you.
Did I throw the old snipe on you, Matt?
No, but yeah, kind of. I've been debating. I'm looking myself. So I mean, I have right now Bobby Witt and I have Juan Soto. So I'm going bat arm. This is just it, right? I'm gonna solidify my pitching, and then I'm gonna be able to take a nice break and really build it up. But I was staring between second base and outfield, and by now you got to look, and I'm like, man, most of these outfielders are gone. They're gone.
Yeah, see, that's why you got to go outfield early.
Right. And it's how do I recover from here? Right? We're talking fifth round pick right now. Who do I feel like scooping up here? And it's I don't know. But actually, I did just see a name I like.
Well, the thing is on those back-to-back picks, it's always nice to pick first or last in any league, because it kind of gives you more room to reach, to do what you want as you're building your team. I like having those wheel picks. They're very, very nice.
All right. You know what? I'm going to solidify something else, I think. All right. So I got a steals guy. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking, right? I'm going starting pitcher.
Okay. Right, that's going to grab a second SP here.
Right. And I got Urias a couple spots higher than I got Zach Wheeler, so I'm going to go Urias. And then what I think I'm going to do is, I was staring down second base, but I think I can wait a little bit longer because there's a few names I like there.
You're not going to do it? I thought you were going to do it.
I know who you think I was going to go after, and that's Jazz. That's what I was debating on.
I thought Matt was going to go Jazz Chisholm there.
I'm going to wait, and I'm going to look. And right now, I kind of just want to solidify some things. And since also, too, I'm on the turn. Now, this is so hard for me right now. You know what? I'm going to just get steals. I'm going to get them steals.
Matt grabs Cedric Mullins at outfield. I do like Cedric Mullins, former 30-30 guy. Don't know if he's going to give you 30 bombs again, but, he's a very, very great player.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we saw last year, that 19, 20 to 25 range will be it. But the batting average is great. The runs are going to be there. I mean, Baltimore is going to be a lot better team this year with Gunnar Henderson coming up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of possibilities on that team, and they got a lot of other young guys. So, it's pretty great, I think. And plus, I mean, stolen bases. Now I got stolen bases locked up between him and Bobby Witt too, both 30 guys. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now I don't even have to worry about steals either, and I got another outfielder that's going to be solid for me.
There you go, brother. I got my pick coming up next after Trey here, and I'm aiming starting pitcher. I'm either digging on Ohtani or Christian Javier. Maybe Trey will make my decision for me. I do have Ohtani higher, so I probably will take Ohtani if he is available with this next pick. After that, I'm probably going to still lean back into the bats there because, the bats thin out so fast this year. Where did Trey go? Trey went Framber Valdez. Okay, that's that wasn't expecting that. But let's see. Ohtani, yeah, I'm gonna stay true to my rankings, and Ohtani is just a absolute monster. So I'm going to take Shohei Ohtani, pitcher Ohtani, because we're playing here on Yahoo. With my next pick, let's see. What do I want to do here? There's still a lot of good names on the board here. We have Xander Bogaerts, we have Jazz, but I'm probably not going to do that because I have second base already. Let me go to my queue, actually, because I did make a queue before we started this. O'Neal Cruz is still there. Let's see. Adley Rutschman. You know, I love me a little Adley. Vinny P is still on the board. Wander Franco. A lot of good names here, and I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. I might, you know, and it's so early to grab a shortstop, but I do love the upside of Xander Bogaerts. I know Matt doesn't, but I'm leaning that way as of right now. I could still wait. I have 2 outfielders already. I do love Adley Rutschman, but I don't know if I want to reach. Oh wow! Or do I do this? It would be a very bullish move, Matt. What do you think about Bryce Harper?
This early in a redraft league, not yet.
Yeah, I know it's tough. It's tough. I'm just a huge fan, you know, because when Bryce Harper comes back, he just has he could be the best player in baseball. So if you do reach for Bryce Harper, I'm not going to blame you, but I don't think that's what I'm going to do here.
If anything, I'd be okay with it in the next round.
Yeah, I hear you there, brother.
Like right now, we're in the 7th round. You know, it's a little too early. There are a lot of names on the board that like could actually do it from day one off the season versus getting somebody that's hurt and going to at least not be back until July.
Yeah, I'm going to go Xander Bogaerts just because I like the opportunity there in San Diego. They built a great team around him. He's going to hit in that top 4 somewhere. So, you know, he's shown when Boston had a good team around him that he's capable of just giving you monster 4 categories as far as runs, not home runs. Home runs, you know, hopefully gets around 20, but definitely monster run total, good RBI total, great batting average. He even chips in some steals. So that's why I'm taking Xander Bogaerts there. But Matt, who are you looking at with your next 2 picks?
Well, actually, Dom, I think there's somebody we got to talk about first.
Oh yes, there certainly is, brother. How could I bury the lead on everybody? First of all, I need to talk about our boy Lindsay that hosts Lindsay Crosby is his full name. He hosts Locked on MLB Prospects. Guys, go check out his prospects. He knows his podcast. He knows everything there is to know about prospects. But also, if you're like me, have a full-time job, you like to hit the gym sometimes, you need a quick snack that isn't high on calories but still tastes great, you got to try Built Bar. I'm not sure how Built Bar does it, but these bars taste delicious while maintaining amazing macros. What's even better is that they're healthy. Built Bars only have 130 calories, 4 grams of sugar, and a whopping 17 grams of protein. They come in unbelievable flavors like cookies and cream, double chocolate, or coconut puffs. And now you don't even need to wait around to get a box, because for years we've been talking about ordering your Built Bars at Built.com, but now you can head into your local Walmart or Sam's Club and grab a box there.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so right now I'm on the turn. I got about 16 seconds to make one pick here, and I'm reaching because now I'm at the point where I just got to solidify something, and I'm going with Chris Bryant here.
Okay, I like that, though.
I'm on the turn. I just solidified my outfield, and now what I got to do is I've been looking at ADP. Who do I think I can grab? And I'm playing this, you know, will they come back to me game, because I know what I'm going to do if they do. So right now I'm just going to chill out, and I am going to get another pitcher. I see too many that I just need right now. And you know what? Let me look here.
Yeah, Matt, there's so many of your guys on the board here. There's Gilly, there's McKenzie, there's Tyler Glass now. Even Clayton Kershaw isn't a bad pick here at this point.
I'm going to go boop. This is very hard to do. But Tristan McKenzie, he's not my highest ranked pitcher, but he's one of my favorite guys that's calling my name. Sometimes you got to go with it. I got Tristan McKenzie at, where is my guy? At 24. I mean, I picked him. I could have went Joe Musgrove. I could have went, it was a little bit higher, ranked a little higher. I have Nasty Nestor. Damn, I wish I would have picked Nasty Nestor. I was just on the clock.
Hey,
So
it's tough, guys. It's not easy doing the mock draft and recording as well, you know. So Matt, it's a great pick though. Tristan McKenzie's, a breakout this year. But I have to give a shout out to our boy Jason. You know the guy's a listener. He went Vinny P, the Italian breakfast at pick 72. So I like that. I think it's definitely a great pick there by our one of our biggest fans, Jason.
he sniped
So,
me.
yeah. So as I'm coming back up, guys, I'm definitely gonna grab me another starting pitcher here. I'm not sure if I want to go starting pitcher first. I don't think I'm going to take my starting. I have two picks fairly close to each other here. So my first one, I'm going to take Gunnar Henderson to shore up my third base here position. Gunnar kind of does it all here. He could steal, he could hit for home runs, he could hit for average, and the Orioles lineup is pretty solid. So I'm taking Gunnar Henderson here with my first pick. And then my second pick here, that's coming up in about 4 picks. I'm going to take a starting pitcher. It's pretty much whoever's there. I like Kershaw, I like Nasty Nestor, I like Glasnow. Logan Webb is there, Severino's there. So just basically whoever doesn't get picked through these next few picks is who I'm going to lean towards. I don't have a preference, to be honest with you. I like Glasnow a lot, to be honest. But I think I would probably take Nasty Nestor first because, Nasty's just shown he's been great over the last 2 years. Glasnow is going to be great, but the thing with Glasnow is we don't know how many innings that Tampa's going to let him throw this year. Let me just wrap. I'm going to throw in some of the guys that have been picked here recently. Salvador Perez at 80, Ryan Helsley at 79. I picked Gunnar at 78, Teoscar Hernandez at 77, George Springer at 76, Adley to our boy Marlowe at 75, Adolis Garcia at 74. Locked On Pirates, Ethan took O'Neal Cruz, which is a great pick, and he hosts that Locked On Pirates podcast. Please go check out our friend Ethan. Runs a great podcast over there, and can't blame him for taking his boy O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, buddy. So right now, Dom, what does your team look like before you make this pick?
Okay, before I make this pick so far, I have Pete Alonso playing first base. I have Jose Altuve at second, Gunnar Henderson at third, Xander Bogaerts at short. I have Julio and Eloy in the outfield, and I have 2 starting pitchers with Woodruff and Ohtani, and I'm going to shore up my rotation a little bit more with Nasty Nestor as my 3. Matt, how about you? How's your team looking as we come back to your pick on the turn here?
All my favorite guys are getting picked, and I'm not happy. So at short, I have Bobby Witt, even though it's displaying as my third baseman. My third baseman is actually Nolan Arenado. He's in my UT. And then I have my outfield pretty much set. I have Juan Soto, Mullins, and Bryant. So I have a lot of power. And then I have steals. It's a very balanced team, which I'm really excited about. And then my pitching is actually stellar right now. I'm loving it. So I got Scherzer, Urias, and McKenzie. So I have strikeouts and I have ERA guys, and I'm super excited about this. And all these guys have a lot of upside. I'm very excited for what this team is actually turning out. I didn't think I was going to like it, but
can I do
am.
a quick brag, Matt? I don't know if you know about it over there, but on your screen, if you see where the players tab is, if you go over to standings, it shows us a projection of the standings, and guess who's in first so far? Your boy.
That's only based off of their rankings.
Jeff passed me up. Jeff passed me up just now. I guess he just picked. But we got right now in the standing so far. It's Jeff, myself, Trey. What's his name again? Brett that hosts on Houston. We got Marlo, Sully, Locked On Pirates. Then we have Matt and Matt back to back, and Locked On Pirates. But Matt, as you come here, I'm sure you're going to bounce back up. Who are you looking at?
So right now, I'm kind of like in a position where I kind of got to reach, right?
Okay.
Because I have my pitchers is pretty much locked with my positional players. I missed out on a first baseman. I missed out on a second baseman. So I have to do this now, unfortunately. So my highest ranked second baseman that's available is Tommy Edmonds. But Tommy Edmonds isn't going to get me what I need. He just has stolen bases. I have 2 stellar stolen bases guys, so I'm not going him, right? So then my next guy is going to be Mr. Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe, power, going to balance my team out. I just hope he can stay healthy. That's the only downside for him. He's a flanges guy. For everybody who doesn't know what flanges are, it's just me calling him injury prone. Now, here's the other thing, right? Now I'm looking at my first base. First base is so bad that I'm going to have to go CJ Cron. I'm going to have to reach above. See what his ADP is, 130. But I'm on the turn, and I can't risk it if somebody's in the same position as me. I got to scoop him up before anybody else. So it's a good and bad thing when you're on the turn because you know what? Now you kind of got to, play this. Do I reach? Do I just build my team? Do I try and play this game? And I've been playing this game. I lost today. not every day you win, but I'm not mad at my team. Like Crone and Lowe, phenomenal for the power and whatnot. And I got so much power over here too, up in the outfielders with Soto and Bryant, and then my third base is Nolan Arenado. I'm chilling, and I got speed. We're gonna be fine. But now the team construction comes into play.
Yeah. I like what you're doing there, Matt. I think you're building a very, very solid team. But as Matt said, sometimes you play that game of a risk, and it doesn't always pay off. That's why I'll tell you guys. That's why I didn't want to take Altuve as high as I did. But he's one of those second basemen where we just know what we're going to get from him at this point. So I said, you know what? Let me just get it out of the way so I don't have to wait for it later on. But as we're coming back around, see now, I'm not sure what I want to do. Did anyone take my boy yet? No, Bryce Harper's still hanging around. I'm having a really hard time not taking Bryce Harper here. So I think if Trey doesn't snipe me on him, which he might because Trey is a Philly guy, I'm going to go Bryce Harper next. And it's just the thing with Bryce Harper is I have enough confidence in myself as a drafter to supplement my team as far as the way I'm drafting. And wow, Trey does not snipe me at Bryce Harper. But before I pick him, once again, I just want to talk about the Bryce Harper strategy. If you're taking Bryce Harper this year in redraft, you need to be able to say, hey, I'm going to play the waiver wire hard. I'm going to take a couple extra outfielders on my bench. And, just make sure you're supplementing the, what Bryce Harper would give you as far, he's an all-around player. You're not going to get exactly what he does, but, try your best to, just work around it, play the hot hand until Bryce comes back. So I take Bryce Harper here, guys. And, when he comes back, I'm going to love the way my team looks with Julio, Eloy, and Bryce Harper running that outfield. I'm very happy I was able to snag him there. But with my next pick, I think I might lean into, a closer here, just get one pretty good one out of the way as, closers start to, thin out here. I'm looking at Clay Holmes, and maybe it's a homer pick, but, Clay Holmes was very, very good for about 80% of the year last year for the Yankees.
I hate you. You saw me looking.
To be honest, I have the StreamYard screen very small, so I promise you I wasn't even looking.
Whatever you say there, man.
We're both New York guys here, so
it's just that time. Dom and I are always on the same page when it comes to this. Like, hey, we can't forget about the position. It is important.
Yeah, it is, guys. Don't listen. I would say even in most years, I like to punt closer, but to me, punting closer is getting one top 10 closer. And then, okay, you could play the game as it gets later. Johan Duran is somebody that goes a little bit later. Andres Munoz, who he is banged up at the moment, but hopefully he comes back and gets that closer job in Seattle. Guy throws 100 miles an hour. But Matt, what are you looking at to do here with your next couple of picks?
So I'm definitely going reliever. Like that's not even a question.
Okay.
But I'm going pitcher as well, and I'm just trying to figure out who. So,
who do we have left? Let's check who we have left here on the board. Matt Severino's there. Kyle Wright. Oh, Gilly, Matt. Gilly's he's still floating around. I think you need to go Gilly here. The fans might be disappointed if you don't.
I know, but I'm also staring down Kyle Wright.
Yeah. You have Kyle Wright over Gilly in your rankings? I find that hard to believe. Oh, okay. All right.
I do. He's about 2 spots ahead, so it's splitting hairs.
Okay.
And you know what, though? I'm going to have a Jazz flashback if I don't. So it's going to be Gilly if he falls to me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I think Jason's going to snipe me. Watch.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, he might. He's a big fan, and he knows that we love Gilly, and he's got Gilly in the name. Matt, does he pull out the snipe on you? Let's see.
Let's see. Jason, don't do it to me.
Do it, Jason. Do it. Come on, Jason. Do it.
Back, bro.
Do it, Jason.
Do it. Yes.
Did he do it? Oh, no. He didn't. Jason, come on, man.
Gilly.
All right, so Matt gets his man.
All right, and now here's the deal. So apparently I am a Kansas City fan this year because I'm going Scott Barlow. I think he's great here. Barlow, I think, has the job for now until I hear otherwise, and I think that he's going to be pretty solid and get a lot of saves this year. So I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to do. I haven't done my relief pitching rankings because that's the last thing I do. I don't do that till like the last 2 weeks before the season because then you start getting some answers. Otherwise, you're just throwing numbers on a board.
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. I'm the same way. But coming back here, I think I'm going to nab myself another starting pitcher and maybe an outfielder as well. You know, like I said, you got to supplement taking Bryce Harper when you take him. We got Stanton there. I love Stanton. Mitch Haniger. Taylor Ward is still around. I think I'm aiming at Taylor Ward here. I love Taylor Ward, and I know Matt does as well. And let's see, what other starting pitchers are still on the board? Logan Webb, Kyle Wright. I love Tony Gonsolin. Oh, my God. I love Freddie Peralta. See, guys, this is why you don't need to go starting pitching early this year. You know I have a few good starting pitchers on my team already, but there's so many that are still left here. There's still so many. I'm not see, the thing is, rankings are great. You know, you definitely have your rankings, but as you get into the draft room, sometimes you got to feel it out. I might have Tony Gonsolin, Freddie Peralta, and George Kirby all very close to each other. But, you know, right now, I do like what Freddie Peralta brings to the table. High strikeout guy. You know, he even last year, the year he was hurt, he had a great ERA. He had a great whip. And I think I'm going to try and grab myself an outfielder here. Let's see what Trey does. Once again, Trey's been very nice to me today. He has not sniped me yet. Okay, but he takes Stanton there. Okay, so a little snipe by Trey. So that means I'm going to grab Taylor Ward here with my first pick.
I hate you.
Yeah, I think I've been killing my brother Matt here all day. I'm sorry. You know I got the love for you, brother, but you know what? I had to supplement having Bryce Harper on my team.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. We're not friends no more.
Yeah, that's it, guys. I think this is the last episode here. No, we're just playing. We love Locked On, and we're very thankful for the opportunity to be here. But it's very fun doing a mock draft here with my brother. We have a good time, even though I've been sniping him all day. All right, so now this is a tough one, Matt. Actually, I'm gonna ask you for advice here because I know you're a very sharp man, and this is why we do this together. We have Logan Webb, Blake Snell, Gonsolin, Freddie Peralta, and George Kirby. Now, I love every single one of those, and I probably have them all ranked within.
All right, it's already no question.
Very close to each other. So, who would you take, Matt? Who would you take here?
So, just based off of my rankings and also my favorite, it's our boy, bro.
Snell.
Yes, sir.
I do love Blake Snell. He worries me because you never know when he's going to bring that changeup back out,
bro.
You know, and it's very scary.
He's going to be your what, pitcher 5?
I believe I'm up to 4.
Okay, that's fine. You can replace the pitcher 4.
Yeah,
and that upside is outrageous.
It is, but
if not,
I like Freddie Peralta, man.
Peralta is nice, and I actually have him
ranked. Or Kirby too. I'm so torn at the moment. I'm so torn.
Kirby fully loaded, man. I feel you, but
I'm going Freddie Peralta. I can't. The upside is just.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
just gonna say that. Now you're not looking at my screen.
I'm not. Matt, I promise you, I haven't looked at that screen on my screen. It's like this big. It's very, very tiny at the moment, so I'm not paying attention.
So normally,
I want to read off Freddie Peralta's breakout year real quick. 2021 Freddie Peralta, 2.81 ERA, 144 innings, 195 Ks, and 0.97 WHIP. That's just why I picked him. But Matt, I know you got picks coming up here. What are you looking at?
So normally I wouldn't do this, and I would not go catcher this early, but my number 2 catcher is still on the board, and we're going up to pick 130. And that's Mr. Alejandro Kirk. And if I don't get sniped right now, I'm in a good spot. So let's see how this plays out, because then I think I'm going to go Kirk, and I might go pitcher. And all right, 2 more picks, but let's see what pitchers are available. Man,
we were just talking about all the good ones still there.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh my God. So damn, I got a decision to make too. Oh boy.
Yeah. If our boy Snell falls to you, I think you're gonna run Blake Snell.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Blake Snell. I think that's where I'm landing. He'll be my pitcher 5, by the way.
There you go.
So we're gonna do a little Blakey Blake, and then we're gonna do a Mr. Kirk. And now I'm in a weird position. So by me taking catchers so early, I now have put myself in a like putting one hand behind my back. I now got to make up my UTs, and I got to scoop another reliever. So
that's what I'm looking at here. My next pick, I'm looking at relief pitcher, to be honest. But the thing is, I don't know if let's see. Yeah, somebody took Kirby. I was gonna say if Kirby fell, I was probably gonna go Kirby, but yeah, there was no chance that was happening.
Yeah, I'm digging this team right now. I really am. I didn't like it at first. Now I'm actually really feeling it. And I need to let's see here. Dom, go ahead and talk about you because I got like 20 picks
Yeah,
before
of
me.
course, of course. So I'm also looking at William Contreras here. I do love him. I think he's going to have a monster year there in Milwaukee. Let him loose because he had a monster year. He was splitting time with Travis d'Arnaud with the Braves last year, and I think William Contreras is just going to be great. If not, my boy Tyler Stevenson's still there, who had a great year until he was dealing with multiple injuries. So I think I'm going to lean catcher first because those are the only two catchers left that I like, and I don't want to put myself in a position where I have to take, a catcher that is just that I'm not a fan of. So it's actually is my turn. I'm going to go William Contreras first, and then I'm either going to go. I think I'm going to go starting pitcher or relief pitcher here. I like Hunter Green. Hunter Green is still on the board. I might take Hunter Green as my 5. I think he just got picked. So there we go. I'm not taking Hunter Green. And let's go back to relief pitchers then. Let's see who's still floating around. I do like Alexis Diaz from the Reds. Not going to win a lot of games, but the games they'll be in will be close. I like Paul Sewald with Seattle, but I think he might lose his job to Munoz. So I don't know if I want to play that game. It's just at this point, relief pitcher does get super, super thin, to be honest with you. It is my turn. I am on the clock. I'm weighing my options here. Ooh, Joe Ryan is still there. I do like me some Joe Ryan, but there's so many good starting pitchers. So you know what? I am going to take Alexis Diaz. The kid had a great, great year last year. And don't forget, he is the younger brother of Edwin Diaz. So hopefully Big Bro has showed him a few things this offseason. So I go William Contreras, and I get my second closer in Alexis Diaz.
Yep. And all I keep hearing is when you say Diaz, I'm just keep hearing them trumpets, man.
Oh yeah, there we go. And I'm back up to number 1 in the standings again. I like that. I love to see it.
Yeah, you pride yourself on an illegal bias.
I pride myself on my drafting skills, brother. I love the team I put together. Let me oh no, Matt, you're about to go up. Let's see what you're talking about. What are you doing here, Matt?
I'm thinking here.
All right. Matt has the wheels turning. Wheels are turning.
So I'm between Oscar.
Oh, our boy. Oh wow, that's a great pick. What a monster pick here. That Matt, yeah. If you don't do it, I'm doing it. So
it's between Oscar and Haniger, but it's probably going to be Oscar.
Yeah, well, it depends. What do you if you need more power, which I think you're pretty solid on the power department, correct?
I'm chilling now.
Yeah, so I mean, I would lean Oscar then because Oscar's going to give you a great batting average. The Guardians are a pretty strong team. He's going to give you runs and RBIs. So I would definitely lean Oscar Gonzalez there.
Thank you, because that's what I'm going to do.
Great.
And now I'm debating. Now I debate here, right?
Go ahead.
So I can go and get my last reliever, and I know he's there.
Okay.
Or I can wait on him.
I wouldn't do that. It's just getting so thin right now at reliever.
And let's see if he's here. And he is. So Mr. Craig Kimbrel. I think.
Ooh, okay.
I think Philly brought him in because Sir Anthony Dominguez isn't somebody that can stay healthy. And I think that they're going to try and leverage him in different positions, whereas Kimbrel, I think, is going to be the closer when it comes along. But then again, I just saw Seawald, but he's going to lose his job.
Yeah, right. Munoz might. They're going to go back and forth all year, in my opinion.
We're going to do Kimbrel. I think that's the guy. But again, it could all change. We could like him today, and then tomorrow they're going to tell me that they're rolling out with Sir Anthony Dominguez. So
yeah, it's a risky pick, but you know what? If it pays off, it will be fantastic for you, brother.
Yep. So I think we're going to be chilling there and whatnot. I'm liking my team. Dom, why don't you read off your team real quick?
Yeah, so I have William Contreras at catcher, Pete Alonso at first, Jose Altuve at second, Gunnar Henderson at third, Xander Bogaerts at short. My outfield consists of Julio, Eloy, and Bryce Harper. I also have Taylor Ward, though, who will play outfield for me until Bryce is back. I have Brandon Woodruff, Ohtani, Nestor Cortez, and Freddie Peralta as my 4 starting pitchers. And then I have Clay Holmes and Alexis Diaz as my closers. So coming up here, though, I'm looking to add, and some people might not be keen to what he did last year, but Christian Walker. Christian Walker was an absolute monster yet last year, hit a bunch of home runs, and I think I'm gonna put him into my lineup just to shore up that power a little bit more. I have a lot of great batting average guys, And, the counting stats might be there because, Jake McCarthy, Corbin Carroll, they have a lot of sneaky good players there in Arizona. They may not be a great team, but, I think it will help Christian Walker out. And then I think I'm going to add another starting pitcher. I'm looking at, Grayson Rodriguez is there, and I love Grayson Rodriguez, but, when they're saying that he's going to start the year there, but we're not 100% sure yet. Did I get sniped on Christian Walker? I did not. So I think I'm going to take Christian Walker first. And then there's a lot of other starting pitchers there. So I'm going to weigh my options here. My boy Jeffrey Springs is still there. I think Jeffrey Springs has a big breakout year this year. Definitely not Lucas Giolito. If you guys listened to the podcast at all last year, definitely not taking Lucas Giolito. Matt, how's your team looking, though? You want to read off your roster, brother?
Yeah. Let me just hide this from you real quick.
I'm not paying attention.
Anyway, so at catcher, I got Christian Kirk. I mean, not Christian Kirk. God, fantasy football still on the brain. Alejandro Kirk. At first, I got CJ Crone. Second, Brandon Lowe. Bobby Witt at shortstop. Nolan Arenado at third. I got Juan Soto, Cedric Mullins, Chris Bryant, and then I need one more utility, but I got Gonzalez, and then my pitching's just looking outrageous right now. Max Scherzer, Urias, Tristan McKenzie, Gilly, and Mr. Blake Snell, and then my closers are Barlow and Trimble. I think that personally, I've done a pretty good job at building this team, even though it hasn't been the most fun for me, but I'm digging it. And I think I could take this team and probably win a league with this kind of team.
Yeah, brother, I like what you're doing there. I definitely like the team. Took a couple of risks, but it seems to be, looking pretty solid for you right there, brother.
Yeah, I'm chilling right now.
So who are you looking at with your next two picks?
So I definitely need a bat and I definitely need an arm. So I'm looking here, and you can see I started doing it, but I'm looking at Edwin Cabrera.
Oh, that's my dog. I was debating. So, guys, with my last pick, I wound up going Jeffrey Springs, but Edward Cabrera was definitely in consideration. And as Matt, would that be number 6 starting pitcher?
Yeah,
that's monsters. That's definitely monsters.
Yeah, and then I'm really excited with that one. And now I'm just looking here, and I see Mr. Newt Bar. I'm seeing the Newt, and then oh man, this is just so much fun right now. This is the time of the draft where I'm actually really happy. It's when rankings don't matter. Now you got to kind of just go grab what you need to grab, right? So that's when like all plans go out the window. So here's what I'm looking at, right? So I need a bat, and I need somebody that's going to give me that little power. So it's going to be the Newt, and I'm going to eat that bar all day. And now I'm going to go grab a pitcher, and I'm not going to tell Dom who I was considering until after he picks the next 2 times, because there is another pitcher out there that I really love.
You took Eddie, though?
Yes,
Eddie, Steady Eddie. That's Edward Cabrera, guys, from the Marlins. The kid is, don't forget he's learning from Sandy Alcantara, and I just think he has a monster breakout year this year. If you check out his stats from last year, they were pretty solid. He had great games against the Astros, who ended up winning the World Series, and a bunch of other solid teams.
Mm-hmm.
But on the way back here, it's coming back to me again, and I think I'm going to once again maybe lean into that starting pitcher department because, my bats are looking pretty solid here. I'm very happy with them. But also I might grab another utility because once again I have Taylor Ward at utility, but he's going to step up and take Bryce Harper's spot. I hear normally I probably would take Vaughn Grissom, but I hate seeing that news that they're not going to give him the job, especially after how great he was last year. So then I have to go back and I have to look. Jonathan India is on the board. Could step in and play second base when I need him to. I think he has a bounce back year this year from the injuries last year. So I think I'm gonna go Jonathan India first, and then as far as starting pitcher goes, I like Jordan Montgomery at this point. I think Jordan Montgomery, had a great stats when he went over to St. Louis last year. And to be honest with you, I did not get sniped on Montgomery. Actually, Kodai Senga is there too. Senga's good, but this is where starting pitchers does unfortunately start to thin out a little bit. Not exactly sure how I want to play this, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to go Montgomery first just to shore up him because I think as what is that, my 5th or 6th starting pitcher?
Thanks, Trey. Mr. Grissom. He got Mr. Grissom.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, is if he's not starting the year with the team,
He's going to, though. Who are we kidding?
we hope so. But you know what, man? Unfortunately, you and I don't control that. If you guys, go to, even if I'm sure you just search him into Von Christom's name into Google, you'll see the article that I saw saying, from management saying that he's probably going to start the year in AAA, which kind of stinks, for us fantasy players. But once he gets called up, just be ready to make that move, guys, because he's going to have a monster year if he does come back up to the bigs.
Mm-hmm. So, Dom, you're up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Jonathan India here as my second utility. I love he's playing in Cincinnati, great park. He had a very, very monster rookie year, and I think he just bounces back after dealing with some tough injuries this last year.
So, Dom, look through the screen under my cue. Look where my mouse is.
Let's see if let me pull it up. Where are you at here, brother?
Right here.
Yeah. No, Jack Flaherty. Yeah, I love Jack Flaherty. He was going so late. I have him in my queue too. I would show you, but I have him in my queue as well. I just thought I might be able to sneak him in a little bit later, but that's a solid pick there, man. I do like it.
Dude, he's my pitcher 7.
Then that's the value right now for that, guys. Once again, that's why Matt and I both say you could wait and get great starting pitching late in these drafts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I could literally take back, like for instance, like my Tristan McKenzie pick, and not because I have to, but because I could, or my Urias pick and get a better bat to fit in here. I could have got a better first baseman, for instance, and then subtract 1, and he would still be my 6, and my lineup would be ridiculous in terms of my staff right there. Because pitcher 6, you can be replaced easily if he does flop or if his shoulder starts bothering him again. But he's my pitcher 7, and I still like my bats. So, like, I'm not even upset. So, like, this is where the value comes in late in games. So, I'm about to get another pick here. So, I'm actually really excited about this. And now I just got to start playing a little fun here. And so, I'm going to take a second because I need to figure out who my next pick is going to be, right? And I am thinking, let's see, let's narrow this down, right? I need an outfielder. And ooh, should I get Mr. Steele, girl?
Mondesi?
No, John Birdie.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how much he's going to play this year either. I was hearing some things about him as well.
Yeah, I know.
But still, he definitely will chip in some steals while he's out there for sure.
Right. Well, oh God, no. Here we go. Don't want that. I got another 45 seconds here. And maybe I just don't go that. Oh, I already know. Wait, is he still here? Let me just type him in. I saw Rendon, and I was hoping he was going to fall. He's gone. So, darn it.
Rendon went to the other Matt at pick 181, which is an absolute steal.
Yup. I saw him sitting there. I'm like, oh, can you fall to me, please? Please, please, please. And let's see here real quick. All right, I gotta make
Matt. Quick shout out to your brother-in-law Trey. As of right now, he is projected in first place.
I'm making an upside play. It's absolutely irrelevant at this point. But if some way, shape, or form, Cody wants to play for a contract and go in a contract year and actually get paid, I think it's a great play at this point, especially this late in the draft. He's like my outfield 8, and it's not a bad play at this point. They have somewhat of a decent team there where he can produce, and who knows? One thing I always like to say is when guys take the bet on themselves instead of trying to sign a long-term deal, they genuinely play extra hard and they stay healthier, and they don't baby through some things if they were on a long-term contract. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger at this point in the draft is definitely a solid pick. That's just to see what happens there. Maybe he gets a new breath of air in Chicago with the Cubs, and I like that one, Matt. Upcoming here, though, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. I do like Joey Meneses, who I'm looking at here, and at this point, it's kind of just more shoring things up. Kodai Senga went, right, Matt? He's still not there. Yeah, somebody did take Senga. I was looking at Senga, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. And starting pitching,
Senga, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, Senga's gone. So it is on me here. I'm looking at the starting pitching, and I'm not really loving it where it has gone at this point. Actually, you know what? I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm actually going to take Michael Kopech here.
Oh, I
I
hate
think I
you.
think that's a great pick. You know, as starting pitching does start to thin out. I do like what Kopech brings to the table. We were talking about him the other day as we were going through our divisional previews, and I just think that Kopech does have a shot to, you know, have a nice year after dealing with some injuries last year.
I hate you.
Matt, I'm sorry. I know I've been sniping you all day.
This is what happens, guys. I used to have the upper hand on Dom because Dom didn't have an insight into my head, and now he does. So now he takes his knowledge and my knowledge and then just
Come
uses it
on.
against me.
You know, Kopech's one of my boys.
I know, but us doing this podcast for year 2 now and talking it like fully open, there's no secrets now.
Yeah,
now you know
that's true.
Now you know you got to go a little bit earlier because you don't know where my head's at.
Yeah, I have my second pick here, and I don't want to do it, but there's not too many other guys that I like here. I think I'm going to take JD Martinez.
That's not a bad pick.
Yeah, he's not even my utility. He's a bench guy at this point, and I mean, let's see. Hopefully, the Dodgers, you know, get him going with that Dodger, you know, the evil empire. So, Matt, who are you looking at here? At this point in the draft, you know, we're getting late. I think we only got 2 more picks here. You know, after 3 more picks here, and after that, we're going to see if we can get a little bit of analysis in, but we will be wrapping it up fairly soon here, you know.
Yeah, because we're about to hit the hour mark.
We are about to hit, but with a mock draft, you know, there's not much, you know.
Yes, sir. So here's what I'm thinking right now. I have Nolan Gorman sitting right here.
Okay.
And I like Gorman, especially this late in the draft. You're talking like pick 210 is where I'd get him. And I think he has a really nice upside where he can bounce back. He started off like a little bit of a house on fire and then really teetered off. He didn't really adjust, but he was a high-end prospect when he got called up. So I think that personally, this is the right time to scoop him. And that would be the last bat I probably draft, except for maybe one more guy I'm considering. And then I got to go pitcher because now we're down in the nuts here. You always got to go, and I already see somebody I want just popped out at the top of my head here. Oh, I didn't even see him. Ooh, this is good. Sorry, guys. I get really excited. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun. I got to choose between 2 of my favorite players right here. So, Mike Soroka, or do I roll with Andrew Painter?
Personally, I'd probably go Soroka, and because just the thing with Painter is as we come closer to spring training, we're going to get the word what the Phillies are looking to do with Painter as far as do they bring him up to start spring training, or are they going to baby him and pull the Chris Bryant and get that extra year of control.
All signs point to Andrew Painter starting the season. That's what I keep hearing at all the Philly beat reporters.
There we go. Then you go for it.
Mike Soroka is one of my favorites. Doing it. Now let's do this. I had batters, and I had somebody sitting there. Who did I say it was? Oh, Nolan Gorman. Yes, sir. So we're going to get a little Nolan connection. So here's the deal. My team is almost full. Actually, the team is full. I think that was the last pick.
There you go.
No, I got one more pick. I got one more pick. So at the last pick, this is where you're just going to take your biggest dart throw possible. Dom, who you doing?
Words out of my mouth, brother. You took the words out of my mouth. So, hopefully I don't jinx myself this year here. And people might not know about him yet, but Alex Lange from Detroit is supposedly going to be closing there. The guy's got great stuff. He's been good through his career, and the projections do look pretty good for him right now. The Tigers will not win a lot of games, but most of the games they will win will be close. And I just need to wrap up a third closer spot here, get myself a couple more saves, so I'm going to go with Alex Lange. My second pick, though, I don't know. Honestly, I like Hunter Brown is still here, and I love Hunter Brown, so I might take him as well. I think those are the 2 guys I'm aiming at here. So with my first pick, I said I will take Alex Lange. And then, if Hunter Brown is still hanging around, I might grab him. I do want to see what other bats are still here on the board. DJ LeMay. Oh, Brandon Drury's still there. That's an interesting pick.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
It is an interesting pick.
somebody went Liam Hendricks. Unfortunately,
It's not a bad pick, though.
No, he's probably not playing this year.
Well, I don't know. Well, it's yet to be seen how long he'll actually be out, but he is dealing with, some cancer. We wish him the best.
Yeah.
Hope Liam Hendricks gets well soon.
The thing is, though, even after you come off chemo, there is a long recovery just to get back into regular shape. Then you're talking baseball shape, and that's the thing. Ooh, I like that Frankie Montas pick, though. That was a good pick. This late in the game, starting pitcher for the Yankees, and he was doing pretty good till he got there. So, he could bounce back, and you could be very happy with him. So, it's actually a pretty sneaky pick. I like it. Dom, you went Hunter Brown.
Did go Hunter Brown there, just on the chance that he gets himself a rotation spot, and kid proved last year what he can do in the bigs by having that monster little stretch down at the end of the year after he got called up.
Yes, sir. I like that pick. Now, man, oh man, this is where I'm at right now. I think if Painter falls, I think it's Painter. I'm looking for a backup, and I already saw him, so I'm just gonna sit there and go to him real quick just in case.
And hey guys, we're wrapping it up here. We're just about done. Matt has the last pick, and then we're just going to we'll probably break down just our teams, and maybe whoever's here at the top, we'll talk about them. And then unfortunately we got to get out of here. We're running a little bit long today with the mock draft episode. We hope you've enjoyed it, though.
Yes, sir. And if I don't get Painter, it's going to be Trevor Rogers.
Oh, great pick. Trevor Rogers, after he came back from the injury last year, he looked fantastic.
So somebody that snuck on, he is a little hurt right now. I don't know what it is, but you know what? Last pick of the draft, even if he busts, who cares?
Yeah.
But the upside, last year he was being drafted as like a top 25 arm. Now he's the last pick of my draft. Actually, he is the pick. He is the pick. It's sorry, I talked myself out of Painter. It's just that is it. So
I like it.
Dom, I'm gonna read off my team, then go ahead and read off yours. So right now, catcher, I got Alejandro Kirk. First, I got CJ Crone. Second, I got Brandon Lowe. At third, I got Bobby Witt. At short, I got Bobby Witt. At third, I got Nolan Arenado. Outfield, I got Soto, Mullins, Bryant. Utilities, I got Gonzalez and Nootbaar. Right? And I'm going to finish reading off the bats. And then my bats are Cody Bellinger and Nolan Gorman. Now, my arms, this is great. I got Max Scherzer, Urias. I got Tristan McKenzie, Logan Gilbert, Blake Snell, Edwin Cabrera, Jack Flaherty, Mike Soroka, and then my last pick of the draft, as you know, is Trevor Rogers. And my two closers are Craig Kimbrel and Barlow. I think that, at this point, that team's really solid. I don't know where I'm ranking because I can't find what you're looking at. But
if you go to where it says players there, the players tab, do you see that? And then it has teams, draft results, and standings. It's like kind of right under where the pictures of the guys are. Yeah.
They had me in last place.
Oh Lord, see, but that's Yahoo for you. Yeah, that's Yahoo for you.
Dude, if I have never gotten a good ranking Yahoo, no matter how you cut it, so it is what it is.
Yeah. See, I think the thing is, you went a little bit riskier in certain areas. Some guys that aren't necessarily like proven and stuff like that, or some injury prone guys in there. Like, you got Lau, Bryant, guys that are suspect on the Flanges list. Maybe that's why they played you like that. But I'll read off my team here for you guys. I believe Yahoo has me in third. I have William Contreras catching, Pete Alonso at first, Jose Altuve at second, Gunnar Henderson at third, Xander Bogaerts at short, Julio Rodriguez, Eloy, Bryce Harper, Taylor Ward as my outfield. Then I have Christian Walker as utility. I also have Jonathan India and JD Martinez on my bench. Then my pitching is Woodruff, Ohtani, Nestor Cortez, Freddie Peralta, Jeffrey Springs, Jordan Montgomery, and Michael Kopech and Hunter Brown. And then my three closers are Clay Holmes, Alexis Diaz, and Alex Lange. And I like what I did there. There's not too much I would change. I'll be honest with you, I really do like this team. I like what I did. I like the Bryce Harper pick a lot because I was able to supplement it with Taylor Ward there. And Matt, let's real quick. I do want to check out the first place team, especially since it is your brother-in-law's. Let's just check out the team that Yahoo has projected to come in first. That is Trey's team. And Trey went Wilson Contreras at catcher, Freddie Freeman at first, Max Muncy at second, Jose Ramirez at third, Corey Seager at short, Mike Trout, Teoscar Hernandez, and Giancarlo Stanton as his outfield. He has Jake Cronenworth and Von Grissom as utilities. His bench hitters are Whit Merrifield, Alex Verdugo, and Josh Rojas. His pitching is Aaron Nola, Framber Valdez, Alek Manoah, Tony Gonsolin, Luis Garcia, Grayson Rodriguez, and Andrew Heaney. And his closers are Felix Bautista, Kenley Jansen, and Sir Anthony Dominguez. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of that team. It is pretty balanced, I will say that, but it's not. I wouldn't have picked a team like that. Just honest. It is a good team though. It's not a bad team at all.
Right. It is. It is what it is. I think he had a solid draft, but we'll see how it plays out. But Dom, with that being said, let's cut this baby.
Yeah, let's bring it home, guys. That's it for today. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, rate, review, and check out our website. We have our rankings there and much more. Thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. We will be back with an episode for you tomorrow. And one last thing, guys, once again, check out our friend Lindsey Crosby. He hosts Locked On MLB Prospects. Mastermind with the prospects. Please go give him a listen. But guys, until next time, see you.
Peace.